For those of you who are interested in investing in the stock market, but you're not too sure yet, have you tried this? When you ask your friend, what are some stocks that you should take a look at? They will suddenly be able to tell you, you can take a look at this stock, or you can take a look at this stock, bro, because my friend told me this, my friend told me that. And you think to yourself, how on earth these people get to know what are the potential stocks that they should pick? This feels almost as if you can't invest in stock market unless you have a friend who have insider news, right? Today we're going to solve this problem in this episode. And I'm going to show you how you can pick your own stock. Hi, welcome back to Mr. Money TV. Today, we're going to take a look at how you can pick a stock through fundamental analysis so that you can also sound like an expert that has information. Now, when we talk about stock picking strategy, fundamental analysis is one of the most popular way of picking a stock. And one of the guys who's most famous for it will be Warren Buffett. You guessed it right, the king of the stock market, the legend. Now, why fundamental analysis is one of the most popular way? It's because it focuses on long-term asset accumulation. What does this mean? It is not about buying and selling immediately, not about making a quick buck. It is more about finding the potentially strong company that you can invest in that can give you continuous income return, continuous growth. So that is the reason why fundamental analysis is one of the most popular way of picking a stock. So what is fundamental analysis? There are two approaches to fundamental analysis. The first one is what we call a top to bottom, and the second one, bottom to top. So how do we do a top to bottom fundamental analysis? It is basically looking at three things. The first is the economy. Number two, you take a look at the industry. Number three, the individual company. And those three things, the bigger one will be economy. So what is economic? Basically, you take a look at the country's policy or the country's data. For example, unemployment rate, policies that are being implemented, tariffs that are being implemented. Generally, you are talking about a country's trend of where they want to move towards. For example, in Malaysia, maybe right now, one of the things that they want to do is to build a better public transport system. That is the policy. After looking at this economic factor, then we look at how it's gonna affect the industry. So in public transport, what are the industries that will get affected or get benefited? When we talk about public transport, the industries that will get benefited will definitely be the transport industry or the construction industry. Why? Because you will need to build stations for the public transport hubs, right? And when we talk about public transport, there will be LRT being involved. Definitely, the construction industry is the one who will need to build the railway lines. Then we move down the funnel to individual companies. Now, we take a look at how many public transport companies are there in Malaysia. And secondly, how many construction companies in Malaysia that are involved in public transport buildings. And we take a look at construction companies in Malaysia that has experience in building public transport hub or railway lines. Then after looking at all these companies, you need to take a look at their individual financial report to understand their previous year's earning and their strengths. Then you pick and select the individual stock that you believe will have the most potential growth. That's how you do a top-down fundamental analysis. Now, the second way of doing the fundamental analysis is through bottom-up. And how you do that basically is just a reversal of what I mentioned just now. Instead of looking at economy first, now you look at the individual company. This is what happens when your friend come to you and say, hey bro, you know what? You should take a look at this particular stock. I think there's a chance to grow. That's when you take a look at the individual stock, then you review their financial report and take a look at it. Whether is it a healthy company financially? Then you take a look at the industry. Is this industry booming? Is there a space to grow in this industry? How this industry is like? And then after that, you take a look at the economy of the country. Is the country's policy encouraging the growth of this particular industry? And will it bring future benefit to this particular industry? That is how you decide whether if this stock is worth picking or not. Instead of just listening to your friends say, buy stock A, and you buy it immediately without even thinking and don't know what you are doing, that is like a gambling. Now, I hope this will help you to be able to pick out a stock, and I hope this will also help you to sound more professional in front of your friends, so that when you talk about the stock market, you sound more pro to your friends as well. And if you learn this approach well, and you know how to pick and select the individual stock, you can be the one to give hints to people, like as if you have some special connection with people inside. Now, do remember one thing, when we talk about fundamental analysis, we are not looking at earning a quick buck. So don't think about putting your money in the stock market and selling it off tomorrow, hoping to earn some money immediately. That's not how fundamental analysis works. It is about accumulating long-term assets to give you future growth in your assets. Finally, for some of you here who are watching this video who haven't yet invested in the stock market, but are thinking about how and watching this video hoping to learn how to do it. Now, the first thing you need to do is actually to open a CDS account. CDS account basically is the account that allows you to invest in the stock market. So how do you open a CDS account? You just need to approach a local bank and ask them to open a CDS account for you. And nowadays, you can do all your transactions online. And in the description below, I'm going to attach the link to a few online brokers so that you can open your CDS account conveniently so that you can start your investment journey. One reminder, do not invest blindly. Never invest in something that you do not know. Because if you do that, it is just like gambling. It is not investing. So do study up and learn how to invest properly to grow your wealth. Thank you very much for watching this episode. So for those of you who haven't subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to my channel and share this video with your friends so that they too can sound like a stock expert.